Hello, it's about 9:45, and welcome to the weather update, October 8th. And yeah, we did have some clouds around today, a mix of sun and clouds. For the most part, you see a little area of clouds there coming in. Actually, quite a few clouds toward later in the afternoon. But earlier on in the day, it was there was just a few patchy clouds around. So let's show you what the sky looked like. And yes, it did get out there to the Pine Barrens. You can see we had a few patchy clouds for a good part of the afternoon, but plenty of sun. And then the clouds kind of increased later on. Got some bigger stratocumulus clouds, and then it started mixing in with a little bit of cirrus. So you had a combination of stratocumulus and cirrus, and you can see what it looks like there. Yeah, that's what it looked like toward dusk. You can see the stratocumulus there. Now skies have kind of cleared out again a little bit today. So let's go to our current conditions outside. You can see frost or freeze warnings in for the upper Great Lakes area, and that's the cold air mass we're getting. And it's pretty chilly out there. Wow, look at that. West Hampton's already dropped to 45. They're getting radiational cooling. But for the rest of us, well, when I got home, it smelled like laundry exhaust and weed in my apartment. Luckily, they stopped doing that after an hour, and I was able to breathe again. But let's go take a look at what the day was like at Islip. And you'll see mostly sunny skies until we got toward, again, that 1:30 time frame. That's when the clouds started increasing. But other than that, a decent amount of sun. You can see struggling to make it to the 60s. It was a pretty cool day today as well. So look at our highs and lows for the day. And you see highs only in the struggling to reach the mid-60s. And, yeah, even Jersey struggling to reach the mid-60s. So below normal for sure. Looking at the low temperatures, a lot of the West Hampton got 45. Islip got down to 46. I guess there was a little radiational cooling this morning, as well as New Jersey, also some mid-40s there as well. So let's look at our statistics for the day. And you'll see here at Islip, high was 64, normal high 67, 3 degrees below normal. Low 47 was 3 degrees below normal, so that puts us 3 degrees below normal for the day. Central Park running even colder. Their high was only 59, 8 degrees below normal on the high, and 6 degrees below normal for the day. So, yeah, pretty chilly. Showing you the Modus satellite here. You'll see this is what it looked like earlier on in the day. You could see not too many clouds over us, but then as the day went on, you could see the clouds kind of developed. So what we got here, you can see a weak little trough coming in here. There's a little low that's spinning around in eastern Canada. That's what's generating the clouds. They even had some showers well upstate. But other than that, it's going to be a dry week. You can see here looking at the model. You see again, there's that low. So let's take you to the upper air pattern. I'm just going to use the GFS for this. So you can see your upper air pattern here, and you can see that trough there. That's kind of in place there, and that's going to continue. And you can see troughing in the east. That's going to keep the cooler air coming. Could be some storms here and there that could develop along these troughs. So that means that the temperatures are going to be cooler than what we've been seeing. So you can see here's your trough again. This week, you see that trough kind of sits in, and then another one takes its place. And then another one. So this is good for fall, getting those leaves to change, because we're starting to see the leaves to change now. We need that cold, crisp weather to do that. So when we look at our temperature anomaly chart here, you'll see below normal temperatures in the east continuing much of this week. Maybe goes a little bit above in the southeast, but generally below normal in the east. You can see, unfortunately for Canada, still seeing some of those above normal temperatures, still dealing with those above normal temperatures up in northern Canada. So still this upside down pattern that we continue to see, unfortunately. And we will visualize that in a moment. Well, we can visualize it now. If we go to the Ventus sky, show you the upside down pattern here that we have. So you can see where the heat is. You can see the warm air is kind of just going to Canada here. 60, and I think today they still got into the 70s, right? Yep. That's very warm for this part of Canada. Very warm. It's not supposed to be that warm at all. And, we should take a look and see how the fires are doing on Modus satellite. It doesn't look like we see a whole lot of smoke here, which is good. Um, they did get some rain, so hopefully that's helping. So anyway, getting back to the models here. Let's take a look at your surface map. Okay, so moving your surface map up, you'll see here, here's your low spinning around. So it might cause some instability, cloudiness from time to time, but generally the week is dry. Maybe just a chance of a light shower or sprinkle at certain times, but other than that, that southern system stays suppressed to the south. And then, yes, just in time for the weekend. Unfortunately, it looks like another chance for rain again for Saturday. Could be a soaker, and it might linger into Sunday, too. Of course, this is a ways away, but next weekend could suck again, unfortunately. And then behind that system, another high would try to build in and bring us some more nice weather. But unfortunately, the weekends just seem to be, at least today, we were able to get a lot of events in. And that's, even though Saturday sucked, we were able to get a lot of events in. So, but tomorrow, next weekend, we'll have to watch again for the potential of another soaker. But, we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. Let's go to a closer view here and look at the HRRR and see how much of the 0Z run we have. We have most of the 0Z run in. So you can see those sprinkles pretty much stay upstate, but you can see that some of them might make it into our area later tomorrow night. And then as we get into Tuesday, we dry out again. So it probably won't amount to very much at all. It probably won't. So I'm just going to go look at the GFS for the rest of this. So your dew points and wind flow. You see the westerly flow right here, sticking with that westerly flow. Maybe it backs a little more west-southwest tomorrow. But you see the air is pretty dry. Though Tuesday we start seeing a little more moisture in the air. That's not, it's not as bone dry as it has been, but it might help to create those light showers before we see the drier air come in. It's almost like another front trying to come through. And then Wednesday we get another reinforcing shot of dry air with westerly winds. Thursday, westerly winds as well. And Friday, we got the northerly wind coming in. And that means cooler than normal temperatures. But then here comes our storm. And you can see, look at the contrast between it. There's got plenty of moisture to work with for next weekend. And this could be a slow mover, and it could be a soaker. So if we were just hypothetically to look at the total accumulated precip that the system could bring, another 2 to 3 inches of rain perhaps. But this is a ways out. It's a week out. And things can change between now and then. Hopefully things do, and hopefully for the better, because we don't need to see that again. But we all know it seems like we're just in that kind of pattern where we keep getting these soakers. So let's look at your temperatures, because we will see cool temperatures. So this morning, temperatures are probably going to drop back into the 40s for a lot of locations. 40s tonight. And then tomorrow, similar temps again, struggling to make it to the mid-60s. Tomorrow night, same deal again, 40s, but it could be even 30s where there's radiational cooling. And then we start seeing a little bit of a warm-up on Tuesday where we start getting temperatures in the mid to upper 60s, maybe some 70-degree readings in Jersey. But then Wednesday, you could see also seeing the mid-60s, maybe upper 60s as well. But then we cool down on Thursday, and then we have to watch for this stalled frontal boundary here that could, again, bring us rain and clouds. Here we are Friday. You can sort of see the stalled front syndrome setting up where that low is going to ride along. So let's look at clouds. And GFS showing, again, we might see some stratocumulus cloud buildup, but I still think we'll have sunshine, similar to today. Tuesday, maybe more in the way of clouds. And then Wednesday, we should have a mostly sunny day. And then we'll have to watch for more clouds possibly in the mix Thursday and Friday. And then just some clouds, like partly sunny conditions. But then the weekend, obviously, would suck. And I don't want to think about that. Let's go to the RGM next. And look at the sky. So here you go. It looks like a high cloud area, and then for tomorrow, you can see maybe another little high cloud area in the morning, and then for the most part, most of the day, you're mostly sunny. Maybe a few stratocumulus here and there. Tuesday, we have the cirrus, maybe a little more of it, the warmer temperatures, and then as we get into Wednesday, we'll have to watch again, for maybe some clouds developing. But that's all that you're going to have to watch out for, generally speaking. I'm not too concerned about, any rainfall until we get to next week. So let's look at one more model here. And man, I know it's not as long as I normally do, but I'm tired. I did a long walk today. So we will look at the icon as far as next week goes. Next weekend, here's the icon showing that, and let's see what it does. You can see it's doing this. It only goes out this far, but you can see there's that storm. Let's see the European. And remember, it's not going to, I have to go to the 12Z, but I have a feeling they agree on this, that we're going to see this soaker kind of event. Yeah, they all agree. They just do it a little differently. So we're going to have to watch for this again next weekend. Again with the damn rain. It's ridiculous. But lastly, let's go to the climate outlook here, 6 to 10 day outlook. And you can see below normal temperatures in the east, above normal in the west, below normal particularly in the south. We're still below normal. And unfortunately, they've got us in the above normal because of that soaker that we could have next weekend. An 8 to 14 day, though, it's near normal precipitation and still below normal in the southeastern third of the country. So that's going to wrap up this weather update. Have a good night.